What's going on, chat? What is going on? How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing well. So I didn't actually know if I was going to go to the fly show or not. Especially because we thought there might have been a snowstorm, but it looks like it's not happening. Or it's happening Saturday night after we get back, so shout out, Zeke is actually gonna drive, so I'm gonna head over to his place and then we're gonna go to the fly show tomorrow. That being said, I gotta get up a little bit early, or earlier than usual, because my sleep schedule's destroyed. But so we're not gonna be streaming super late, but what do you call it? We're gonna be tying some, I guess, prototypes or something. I want to try and figure out, what do you call it? Some flies for Anglers Marketplace, but stuck in traffic on Merritt and Parkway. Well, obviously someone else is driving, I hope. You don't want to be chatting in the chat. But yeah, I guess I'll keep an eye out tomorrow. I'll be roaming around. Look for the hobo-looking fly tire. We got the camera set up super high, and I kind of like it. A little different angle. I'm not doing a vertical stream either because I didn't want to have to worry about the angle. It's not going to be a super late thing. Where are you going to be? Are you going to be anywhere specific, or are you just going to the show? I'll make sure to stop by. I know Squimpish. Obviously, we got to go see Squimpish folks. We'll go see Regal. We'll go stop by everybody. Yeah, I'll see what's going on with Brad Buzzy. I saw he was there tying. So I'll just ask him what the deal is. If people can still buy bucktails or not. What's going on, Calvin? And also we got Paul, we got Jim. Guess we all will need to add extra weight to our flies so they will break the ice. Yeah, I saw it's looks like the snow's going to be hitting all over the coast. Hopefully we'll be all right. Hopefully we don't have any snow on the way back because we're going back Saturday night, but it's going to snow quite a lot supposedly, so we're getting the hell out of Dodge hopefully before it happens, but it'd be cool to stop see everybody and stuff. I don't have a ton of funds available, so I'm not going to be able to buy like hundreds of dollars worth of saddle hackle like I usually do, but it'll be good to stop by and see everybody. You'll be tying at the Squimpish from 3 to 6. We'll be around before. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you around. I mean, we're probably going to get there at like I don't know, maybe like 11:30ish or something. Who knows? Maybe later, like 12:30. Who the hell knows? I'm just give myself some. Who knows? Hopefully traffic's not bad. All right, so we got to figure out as well. I want to tie some stuff for Anglers Marketplace. I just realized we should probably use some mono thread. What I'm thinking of is, well, I guess we could use this for now. I want to do some like basic candy flies. I want to have like a little bit of a variety, but a pretty small selection to start off with on Anglers Marketplace, this website. I'm going to start selling some flies. So I'm thinking like a some Mickelson style stuff, and I had these Mustad 34007s, and these are nice for like a sand eel style. So I figured let's try. We'll just tie some various stuff and see. I'll see what I like. And this could be a way for folks that want to support the channel but actually buy like a fly for me or something, or multiple flies. And people, like I just had recently, someone asked if they could get some flies in a YouTube comment or something. This could be an easy way for someone to end up getting some flies. Got my fly and stickers by some dude with chaps. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the post office guy. That's Steve. He's all right. Very nice. Yeah, we got to, I got to reply, I guess, if Michael Burke sees this, but I got to reply to the comment. And we're doing our giveaway on Twitch, our live stream giveaway stuff next Friday, and then we'll have a video for YouTube for the giveaway. Yo, Zeke, what's going on, dude? Thanks for the stickers. Yeah, Squimpish flies, or Squimpish, the folks over at Squimpish always send me a bunch of stickers, and I don't work a bunch of fly shows. So, like, I got to start just giving you folks the stickers and the giveaways. Because there's 6 stickers. There's some really cool ones. If I had my shit together, I would have my own cool stickers, but, you know, I don't. One day we'll have cool stickers. I don't know, I almost think I need to, like, redo my logo. It's very basic. And I made it myself years ago by just an outline of Long Island and then drawing a little wispy thing and then putting a photo of one of my flies. Yeah, but I think I can make it better. I think I can make it more pronounced, like the Long Island shape with a fly or something. But I don't know. I've seen some other stuff. I've seen a lot of folks. There's a kind of famous logo. I forgot what it's for, but it's like Long Island, and the front side is a fish and the back side's the tail of the shape of the island where it forks. Something like that. But I do kind of like, you know, it's been like that for a while. I can maybe clean it up, though. Make a better version. Yeah, you can have more than one. I kind of like having one. Unified. Alright, so we're going to take some bucktail here. Zoom out a little bit, I guess. And very simple sort of fly. Now, this is a size 1. So, I don't want this fly to be too big. Let's actually take out a tape measure. Kind of want it just around 3 inches, so or 3 1/4. Puts us somewhere around right where the bodkin is. We also don't want too much material because we are going for a sparser type fly. But you want enough because we're going to glue it. That seems about right. Now, there's a couple different styles we could do, right? Let's try one where it's more like a candy to start, and then we'll do like a Mickelson style. See what we like. Want to keep it sparse. We're going with the Launer shank hook specifically for the kind of sand eel effect, if you will. I should also maybe do a poll on YouTube or questions and stuff, or what sort of flies should I put up there if people are willing to buy some. I already have customers and stuff as usual, but I'm curious what sort of flies people would be most interested in. Yeah, let's use some Crystal Flash. I got some nice crystal flash I want to use. No, we're kind of tying like some sort of sand eel style fly. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. I don't know if it's going to be a Mickelson style, or are we doing surf candy style? We're doing surf candy at the moment. We'll do a couple different styles and see which one I like. So we want to keep it sparse because we're going for, so that's like as much bucktail as we really want. Hit the like button. Hey, Rockfish Buster. Appreciate that. You mean slamming any rockfish? Or it's probably pretty cold over there. I'm assuming you're somewhere in like, what? I forgot where, like Chesapeake, right? Ish area, Maryland or somewhere. It looks like the snow's going to be hitting the, like, middle of the country. More so than like the northern area, I think. All right, colors. Can we just start off with something simple like a chartreuse? Nothing going on. Now the question is, I think we go with a tiny bit of pink on top and then the chartreuse. Now this is a pretty bright pink, but that's okay. I kind of want the pink to be quite long, or we could do let's do one with pink and then we'll do one without, and we'll do them in different styles. Ice baby. You know, it actually wasn't that bad recently, the temperature wise up here in New York. It's been in like the 40s or something. It did snow somewhat recently, but then it got somewhat nicer, and but now it's starting to get cold again, I guess, before this storm. Okay, a little pink on there, and that'll be just kind of sticking out the back. And now we can go with a little bit of chartreuse on top. And again, keeping it fairly sparse. That's why I'm almost like maybe we don't want the pink, because I still want enough chartreuse, but I don't know, let's see. Can slap this on top. I think I might like the Mickelson style we're gonna do next more, but I don't know, we'll see. I also have new materials coming. We're gonna have to do some experiments. I got Naiat fiber. We gotta try and tie this fly. In fact, chat, let's go over this right now. Let's do this right now. Nayaka? What the hell is it called? Yeah, the Nayaka. We got to figure out this fly. Oh, hold on. 1 second. I got to do this every time, man. I don't know why. Something with Elgato. I got to unplug it, plug it back in. All right, give me a sec. All right, there we go. We gotta tie this, or figure out what's the deal with this fly. Right here. Yeah, I'm going to Edison tomorrow for a little bit with Zeke in the chat. So, because they might not do the Long Island show, so I should probably go to this. I'm not going for like anybody, or I didn't tell anyone I was going other than you folks. I'm just gonna go and say what's up to everybody. Go check it out with Zeke. So this fly right here, we gotta tie this for the Roosterfish guys. the owner, or it's like they say it's a brainchild of the Balua Fly rod company owner. But I think now, if I'm not wrong, Nayat fly tying material. I think I can't find any information on this fly, by the way. It doesn't look like this stuff, but maybe it is. Now, I ordered some of this because I think this is some of the stuff uses, but hold on. I ordered some of this Nayat fiber. I don't even know if this has anything to do with it, but I think, if I'm not wrong, the dude that ordered it was telling me about this stuff, and this is it. This is kind of like a different sort of wing material or whatever. It's a sort of animal, but I think it might be made with this stuff here, because it's kind of crinkly looking. So I think this, but this is like freaking like goat or something, you know what I mean? Now if you look here though, now this isn't the one that the dude showed me. This is from Bear's Den. This material looks closer to something like some sort of crinkly fiber, or Steve Farrar sort of fiber. But I could, like, here, you know what I mean? That kind of really does look like it's gonna play or what? This is the one he sent me photos of. You think it's kinky fiber? It's kind of what it looks like, right? If anyone watches this VOD or something, and you have information about this fly, tell me about it. Now, clearly these are all tied by the same place, or same, like, distributor or something. Because they all look like exactly the same. See, this one's different. So these are all like the same stock photos, but Saltwater Edge has one of these. And this does not look the same. It's a different hook, it looks like, kinda. And the material looks different. Shout out to Saltwater Edge, by the way. Cool company if you haven't been there. I've done some tying days and stuff. I've tied flies from over the years. Peter Jenkins, owner, very cool dude. But yeah, this material... Is that the same stuff as this? I don't know. They have a... It looks like almost like a synthetic type bucktail or something. Save your hypes for my for the LI Flies video. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what happened, dude, but the past two videos have gotten like no views. The crab video's at 220 views, which is terrible. It's like the lowest performing it's done. That's one of the coolest videos I've done in a while. I don't know what's going on. It's definitely a synthetic material from the looks of it, or something like that. Oh, I don't know, dude. This is the one he sent me. It looks the same. This is the commercially tied one, clearly. When I look at this looks closer to like some sort of synthetic material. I didn't mean to save the image. And it's like hollow tied. So it looks like it's hollow tied and then glued or something like that. Abaca, a hemp derivative. Abaca fiber, says AI. Would you ask it what this fly is made of or something? I don't trust this though. And this isn't even giving us. I've Googled different stuff too. I can't find any information. It's not gonna know jack shit. Natural and high performance synthetic materials. Steve Farrar fiber blend. Schlappen. 3DIs and SL12S. I mean, is it really just Steve Farrar fiber? Where is it getting this information is what I'm curious. Does it have like a... I want to know where it's getting the information. I mean, it does kind of look like freaking Steve Farrar fiber. If you ask me. Just hollow-tied. I don't know why I thought it was something called Naiad fiber. Maybe I just made this up in my head and I just spent $12 on JS fly fishing for nothing. I very well may have. Because it really does just look like that. But it kind of doesn't at the same time. That's what's throwing me off. Alright, anyways. That's what I was curious about. If anyone knows or figures out, does some research, post it in the Discord or let me know. Naiad is like goat? That's what I thought. I mean, it kind of... The Naiad fiber reminds me of... like the goat or the sheep hair that I have from like Arctic sheep or something like that, or Arctic goat or yak sort of hair, stuff like that. So I don't know. So we want to keep this fairly sparse. And let's just glue this like that. This should be good. So that makes me want to just tie one of those with Steve Farrar fiber then. And glue it. I'm curious. I am curious whether or not it, if that's what it is. Well, I spent $12 on Snow Runner Naiad in white. So we're going to have to use that on stream and for some videos so I can tax rate it off. All right. We could lateral line. I kind of want to. Yeah. Not that I was like the only person doing it, but like early on, however many years ago it was, when I was like tying commercially, or really started tying privately and like commercially, not many people were doing the candies with the lateral scale down the side. Now, I'm sure people were, but it wasn't as many as there were. And that's how we did it. That's how we've done it for years now. Naiad is from Icelandic sheep or goat. That's what I thought. I got scammed. I already got this stuff. And by I mean I got scammed, I mean in my head I think I came up with like, all right, it was like, oh, Naiad fly or whatever, and that stuff came out. I'm like, oh, maybe this is what it's made with. I don't even know if the guy that asked me to figure this fly out or whatever, or not figure it out, but tie some for him. mention that fiber. So I don't know. I might have just came up with that in my head. For all I know. Go with a thinner lateral scale here. We could go with the chonky one, but I saved that for the like larger versions. I guess we could use that one here, but these are like little tests. No, I think you're right. It looks exactly like it. It looks well, it looks longer than Arctic Fox, but it could be. Looks more akin to like the Arctic sheep or Arctic goat or whatever. I don't know what the hell it is. I have some stuff. All right. Well, I think that is maybe the dude did tell me it was tied with Naiat fiber or something, but I think that fly is just tied with freaking Steve 4R fiber, and it's just like wide hackle. And it looks like, honestly, just if we take a look. I think we got the best look at Saltwater Edge. The fly literally just looks like its hackle. The hackle's tied about here-ish. I can't tell if there's two ties or if there's another collar behind the front one or not. But it literally could just be hackle and then a hollow tie. I'm assuming there is another tie under it. But honestly, it doesn't really look like it. This, to me, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if we can get it in a new one. Zoom in. This, to me, looks like it's literally just hackle and then it's forward tied slinky fiber folded back and glued. Because the hackle definitely kind of starts around here somewhere. And then maybe there's a tie right here. And then in the front, this is hollow tied forward. And then it's folded back. I just don't even know if there's another tie behind the front one. Maybe? Or maybe there's just marabou underneath there or something? No. Doesn't look like there's marabou. You can tell they tied this one. This isn't a commercially tied one. It's all a commercially tied one. Or maybe it is? Maybe these are just the photos they used. Segsy? Oh, Segsy. I'm like, what the hell is Segsy? Interesting. I don't know. I'll figure it out. What's going on, Tito? Okay. I'll put some eyes on here. I do have more stuff coming from saltwaterflies.com too. You know what? Maybe we try and tie one of those then. Maybe bucktail to give a little stiffness. Yeah, the thing is they're roosterfish flies, so like you got to be careful. They have to swim like perfectly. You have to be able to throw the fly and you have to be able to strip it at lightning speed, and it needs to be able to strip properly. That's like the number one important thing about a roosterfish fly. That, and apparently not too much flash. Which that has quite a lot of flash in it from the material, so I'm surprised, but from talking to these guys, the main thing is that you imagine you tied the fly to the back of a speedboat, and that's how fast you're stripping it. It needs to be able to ride properly, otherwise the fish won't eat it. That's like the number one determining factor with a roosterfish fly. Obviously, right profile and this and that in certain colors or whatever they claim or whatever. But apparently the most important thing is that a roosterfish fly turns over. So I don't know if there's like bucktail in it in the collar for the body section. Because a lot of them use mostly synthetics other than a little bit of bucktail for the tail. It looks like a Johnny King style fly with just a large hollow tie in the front. Well, you know what? Let's glue this, and then maybe we should try and tie one. Maybe we try and tie one, because the mystery is... I also need to figure it out and send this dude a sample, because they're going to be going down rooster fishing at some point here. We're trying to get ahead of all this stuff, because I got a lot of videos to make. This and that. I'll stay on top of everything. This kind of turned out more normal style. I think I need to thin it out more if I want a proper sort of sand eel style. That's why I think if we do a Mickelson style, it's just much easier to get the exact profile I'm looking for. This kind of just turns into a traditional surf candy on a slightly larger hook. Unless I really slim it out. What's going on, Jin? How's it going, dude? How was, I think I saw you went. How was the Marlboro show? How'd you make out? Yeah, we gotta just like go super sparse if we're gonna tie it surf candy style, because it's just the way you end up tying the fly with the material on the belly as well as the top. It ends up being a much just wider profile than you expected. But got the fly, very nice. Yeah, everybody should have everything. Should be caught up, or everybody's good. We have our next giveaway stuff at the end of the month, so. We just picked our YouTube winner from last month, earlier this or last week, so I got to message that person or reply to their comment. That's the thing about doing giveaways on YouTube, it sucks. There's no like messaging system, which is probably for the better for YouTube overall, but it makes it much harder to do giveaways. You know what's going on, Raph? Bucktail gives it a little stiffness, yeah. Yeah, I think I don't see any bucktail though. That's the thing. I don't see any bucktail underneath it, so I'm not certain. We'll have to experiment. This is a Revolution, so it's the Revolution. This is the head. This is a big game head. And this is the Revolution Vice. And then you can get a normal sized head, or it comes with a normal sized one, but you can also get a big game one, whatever. Which is for much larger hooks and stuff. We'll just even this out now. I have to clean my bodkin off. It's getting a little dirty. Just got a bunch of old resin on it. What I'll do is I'll just cure the bodkin and then use a pair of pliers and clean it off after a while. We're pretty good about keeping this new and clean, but you can tell I've gotten a little lazy with it. Want to make sure you get behind the bend of the hook. That's a very important spot. That area is very susceptible to cracking. All right. It's getting windy out there. You have the medallion. Medallion's a great vice. Love the medallion. Yo, Gene, thank you for the brand new YouTube membership. Round of applause, chat. Round of applause. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'll have to add you to the list of get some LI Flies hearts in the chat or get some Albie skirt emotes. I gotta add some more emotes too. But thank you, my friend. Also, how do I... Is it Gene Gorse or Gene Go Rose? Gene G O's? I'll just call you Gene, but... For my own curiosity. But thank you, my friend. Again, round of applause, chat. Oh. Alright. And you get early access to YouTube videos. So enjoy that. It's usually only like a day or so. But it's more so as, you know, as an additional way of saying thank you to folks supporting the channel. So, but thank you, my friend. I had deer meat with sauce and potato. It was nice. Very nice. Yeah, I love me some good venison. Back when I actually used to bow hunt, what do you call it? Me and my dad would eat venison like... I mean, we would eat venison so much because, I mean, I would just have like 60 pounds of deer meat in my freezer. So I'm like, all right. Here we go. So we did a lot of crock pots, and obviously the back strap you want to cook like it's a steak or something like that. It's a very, very nice cut of meat. But all the other stuff, you got to eat all the other meat too, so. Crock pots, doing chilies, did some tacos, teriyaki. Can you tie using a red rabbit strip fly? I don't have any, and I wasn't planning on tying with rabbit strips right now, but we do have a video of the jiggy, which was from in the springtime last year, if you look. On my fly tying tutorials or whatever, my videos, we have the jiggy is white and red. Or one of the most recent videos is the Easy Body, the Easy Zonker by Dave Skoke, which was like 3 or 4 videos ago from last month. That one uses rabbit as well. Yeah, well, we don't get moose down here. They shot those a long time ago. Scallopini. Veal scallopini or venison scallopini. What is scallopini again? I don't even remember. I used to work at an Italian restaurant. Is it just like onions and mushrooms and stuff or something? And a sauce, I want to say. Like a brown, like a brown sauce. Favorite crab fly? Favorite crab fly. The crab flies that Glenn Mickelson tied using acrylic hot glue. I don't know how he did it. I don't think I'll ever make them. But in the Innovative Saltwater Flies book, you could see it. He made these. I actually had one too. I don't know where it is. I might have lost it or something. But venison medallions and wine. Oh, okay. They're like, it's clear acrylic glue crabs, and he was one of the first ones to do stuff like that. I think I've shown you guys in the book Bob Verka's Innovative Saltwater Flies, but yeah, I don't even think there's photos of it on the internet. We could take a look. Glenn Mickelson acrylic glue crab. Let's take a look. There's probably not any photos on the internet. Acrylic? How the hell do you spell acrylic? A-C-Y-R acrylic. Okay, I spelled it right. Glue fly. You just gotta sound it out. That's how you spell his name. I spelled his name wrong. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I can't spell. Yeah, I think this is how you spell acrylic. I spelled it right, by the way. Who would have thought? All right, maybe I could show you in a book then. Maybe I could show you in a book. Anyways, this is one fly I was thinking about. I mean, this just ended up being a regular surf candy. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit skinnier top and bottom to get that Sandio look. But I'd probably just tie this on a Gamakatsu SO12S, and then I have my classic surf candy. Bucktail surf candy. So I'm definitely going to need to sell some of these. These will probably be like one of the first things, because this is like the fly that I've sold for years. But the other option is a Mickelson style. Now I'm going to leave it up to you folks. Do you want to... Should I go for the Mickelson style fly potentially for English Marketplace, or do you want to see me try and tie this Nayaka baitfish fly, and we'll try and figure that out? What do you guys want to see? I'm gonna leave it up to you folks. I think I might take a quick hookah lounge break here as well. Let me pull up the fly again. You say Nayaka? Or I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it? I don't know. I sound... Shaughnessy's Nayaka. I bet you the guy who's asking me to do this probably even knows the owner of the other. Well, actually, they're two different fly rod companies. So. Now that I think of it. All right. We'll try and tie one of these suckers. All right. This is a Banin song too, by the way. Bump it up, Jerry. These are different. These are tied clearly by somebody else or something. I'm just trying to look at different photos and stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's no bucktail in there. It's like all synthetic sort of stuff. Nah, it's not a brush. I mean, it could be a brush. Theoretically, it could be a brush, but I remember they were talking about that. This is different than brush flies. I watched somebody mention about it. They were trying to sell the fly or something. All right, whatever. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go hit the hookah lounge real quick while we play our I'll Be Away video for just one moment. I'm gonna just get up and use the restroom real quick, and then when I get back, we're gonna tie one of those. All right? So we'll figure it out together, and we'll do some experimentation. This is the fun thing with commercial fly tying, is when people are like, "Hey, here's a photo. Can you tie this?" And I'm like, "All right, cool." I take a look. I'm like, "All right, let's figure it out." Also, by the way, it needs to swim perfect every time, and we're probably going to order a ton of them, so. I want to tie crab fly for New England fly swap. Doesn't sound like the Mickelsons is one I can tie. What about a fly I can tie? The V-tie crab fly is very simple, which is we have... Let me just pull up my channel. Hold on. Un momento. Switch account. Mike rolls dice. Oh, no. Li Flies Mike. Yes. Not Mike rolls dice. I want to be in Li Flies Mike. I have 2 YouTube channels. It's so confusing at times. View channel. Okay, so this is the one that we just did, which if you haven't seen it, this fly is unbelievable. If you have a piece of felt or any crab felt bodies, you could easily tie this, okay? The EP Lady Crab fly, but you could just change the colors. Fantastic fly. We'll just show you real quick. Watch ads on my own video. God bless. God, I shouldn't have clicked too far forward. Now I'm going to get another ad. No YouTube Premium, by the way. Felt crab body, chenille legs. Looks sick. Very easy to tie, though. Very easy to tie. As you can see, you just tie all the legs on there and you fold that down, glue it up, bada bing, bada boom, right? The other option is the mole crab fly, which is very similar, but it's kind of different. That one's a little bit more extravagant, but this is what I'm talking about. Where are we? Damn, we've done a lot of videos. Let's see, the V-tie. This is the one that I've caught the most fish on over the years. It's marabou in the back, and you V-tie EP fiber up on top, and you tie rubber legs. Very simple. And then you just trim it. It's like an easier to tie merkin. It's not fancy looking, but this is the one I've caught the most fish on. V-tie crab fly. I don't think I have too many other crab flies, do I? It's like all shrimps and stuff. By the way, this was last year. And since last year, we've done all this. But this is good. And the V-tie crab fly is just an easy one, and it's just a good fly in general. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to take a quick break, chat, and when I come back, we're going to try and tie this Nyaka bait fish. And then we're not going to stream too late tonight because I do need to go to Jersey tomorrow. But, all right, so don't go anywhere. When I get back, we'll be doing a fly tying mystery like Nancy Drew, trying to figure out how to tie this thing, all right? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Stay tight, alright? Yeah, keep it tight. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Aiden. Knuckle buster. Are you good? Do you need me to do anything?
Yeah, I might need a ride. Yes.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna turn now.
I'm gonna try and get on the valve.
Yeah, get on the valve. Alright, you're doing good. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna move us away.
Is that a little one?
No, that's a nice one.
Oh, let's go!
Come here, hold next to your alley. Good job.
That's sick.
Alright. Nice.
Let's go! Woo! Albie slap!
Good job, dude.
Yee!
Looking down the barrel of a 12 gauge little tuny, bro. On the Alvihor too. Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Woohoo! Oh my god. Yep. Oh my god! Alright, we're back. Alright, I guess we try and tie one of these, huh? Guess we try and tie one of these. We should try and tie a 2-aught as well, alright? Give me a sec. Oh, excuse me. Try not to burp with my mic on. But alas I have. Yeah, 2-aught. Let's try that. because the 2-augh's one of the more important ones that they have to get. You can get a 4-aught to swim right, but you got to make sure the 2-aught swim right. If you put too much material on there, it's no bueno. Okay. So we're just going to do a little prototype action here. I don't even have the best feathers and stuff for this or whatever. We're just going to use what I got. Let me see what sort of Steve Farrar fiber we have on hand here. Might need to order more of this stuff. For sure. I mean, no matter what I have to, but let's see what we got for this. I don't have a lot of white. We got gray. What color do we want to do? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll do the tan. Or do I even have enough tan? Let's do olive. Get some more of that. Okay. I do have that. Okay. All right. Let's try her out. We do need hackle as well. A hollow tie kinky fiber baitfish came out nice, but not as bulky of the head as the Nayaka. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to achieve that. I don't know what they do. We're going to figure it out together, though. I'm just going to use whatever feathers I have on hand. I'm not even going to spend time looking. I got some junk ones. I do have some tan. Oh, no, we're going olive. Okay, I will grab my bag of olive hackle. And we'll get a couple olive hackle for this. Seems like they like them kind of webby too, but I guess triangle taper doesn't matter. Not too webby. Those work. The ounce bag of feathers that I get from saltwaterflies.com. Okay. So first things first, normal tail, kinky muddler style is what I'm going to do. And again, I don't see marabou. And also the tail's really not tied far back. It's tied pretty far forward-ish. But so we're going to do a bucktail support. And the bucktail, let's get some music too. A little bit of music. The bucktail will give our hackle some support, which is important. So we'll go like... get some of these. I don't need all that. This bucktail is pretty stiff, so I don't need too much of it. And then hackle... This is a size 2-aught, so we don't want it to be that long. Maybe something like 3.5 inches. And we'll tent it. Like so. We'll just tie our other hackle on there. Again, tenting it as well. See how it's kind of angled like this as opposed to perfectly flat? That's what we're looking for. It's also a little long now that I look at it. We almost want to make it slightly, it's a tad shorter. So real quick, I'm actually going to fix it. I want to make it slightly short because this is too odd. So let's go something like this. Yeah, just a couple of loose wraps are all you need because we're going to secure it down much tighter here in a sec. But if you wrap it too tight, it'll pinch the feathers and screw things up. There we go. So now what we can do is pinch it and wrap down nice and tight. I'm just gonna cut this thing. Stupid thing's getting in the way. Now we can cut this. And then what we can do is, this one feather is being a real pain in the, you know what? Okay, now what we need to do is this. This is why I ordered some Danville monofilament. I'm not a fan of this Uni mono. It has a much lower tensile strength. So it probably just broke on the like sharp part of the, what do you call it? Just broke on the sharp part of the the quill of the feather that was sticking out. It's very easy to break this thread. It's quite annoying. That wasn't me breaking it from strength or anything. And I didn't hit the hook point. So we're gonna wrap underneath and around it. It's gonna give our tail a little pitch to it. Okay. So I mean, these are pretty chunky. But if we look at this one, for instance, so, I almost think it's like 2 hollow ties. That's what we're gonna try. I don't know if this is the way it's done, but let's try it. Let's just try it. And you don't even want the length to be that long. There could be a nose cone. And if that's the case, then I'm not tying them because I'm not buying nose cones. I don't think there's a nose cone though. But, I mean, there could be. Never say never. Anytime there's a thing like that in a fly, I'm not tying that commercially. I don't think that's the case though with these. But we're gonna try. Let's see. We're gonna move forward here. This is an experiment. A little less on the belly there. A little bit more olive. Yeah, I don't think there's a cone in there. I don't think so. We're gonna take this, cut it in half, taper. Go a little bit more olive on top. See, the problem is, like, you gotta have the right amount of material, because if you tie too much of this stuff, it'll just straight up, it won't sink. But we're gonna experiment. Probably even pull some more white hair out while we can. Keep it sparse on the belly. And maybe just wrap on top of it, or are we actually hollow tying it with a thread dam? You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, how do you sharpen your Fiskars? I don't. I buy new ones. I know you can, but I have literally never done it. I just buy new ones. I have an ex-girlfriend that works at the hardware store. It gives me a reason to go stop by and say what's up. All right. I should resharpen them, but I try not to get them dulled out. And they don't dull out very easily. Now, this section needs like a decent amount of material for this last hollow tie. So it's like, this is... we gotta make sure that this thing swims okay. What's the length of this material as well? We want to taper to it. But I think you can sharpen them with knife sharpeners and stuff. I have a really nice sharpening kit made that I got for broadhead sharpening specifically. And that's the other thing. We need it to be like... I didn't think about that. You don't want any short hairs. Didn't think about that. No short hairs, because we're folding it back all the way. Somebody mentioned something about sharpening scissors. Lansky? No, I forgot what it's called. I have a bunch of diamond stones, and there's a jig that holds a blade or a broadhead, and it's a jig that holds it, and then you have this pivoting arm that sits at a particular angle, and you can adjust the diamond grits. I have different diamond grit stones, and you can work your way through the stones. I should show you guys sometime. I went pretty deep into bow hunting at some point. And you can spend quite a lot of money on bow hunting fun stuff. And I was shooting recurves, so I'm shooting big metal broadheads, so you got to sharpen them by hand. If you can get them razor sharp to where you can shave your legs with them, then when you're shooting a 50-pound bow, it'll pass through like a metal 50-gallon drum. Yeah, you got to switch angles and stuff. I haven't done it in a while, though. I used to be really good at it, but I kind of fell off. I'm sure I can get the hang of it, but I just haven't done it in a while. I would sharpen all my broadheads before going hunting, and I would only use them if they could shave my leg or arm like perfectly. And when I say perfectly, I mean like I'm talking about like you go like this, like that, and this whole area has no hair whatsoever, perfectly shaved, like super sharp, like deadly sharp. Like you got to be really careful with them. Like the sharpest things I've ever had my hands like very, you got to be super duper careful that you don't cut yourself while you're like in a tree stand or something. Fiskars number 5, I don't know. These ones, the orange handled ones, and these are how big they are. I can give you a length. They're around 120 millimeters long from front to back all together, if that helps you. Millimeters? This is America. What the hell are you talking about? Millimeters. That's just the way that I have this craft thing on my desk. Inches on the bottom. I don't know if we're doing this right, but we'll figure it out. Micro tip? Yeah, these are probably the micro tip ones or something. Because I think the other ones are like jumbo scissors. All right. Do we have enough material everywhere? I feel like I have too much on the belly. I should add more on top. I'm a little worried that this is like, how do I get this sick profile and have it swim right? Let's try it out. I don't think I've ever hollow tied Steve Farrar fiber like this straight up either. Okay, first up, I think we might have a little too much in the belly. I'm gonna thin it out slightly. Brush it out. I mean, that kind of, I mean, you put the eyes in there and glue it. That kind of does the trick. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow. Me and Zeke are going. Let's go for a little bit before the Snowmageddon hits. I was on the fence, and I still am like, eh. But I want to go to Seapoop, but I just don't like. Normally, I'd like to go and like load up on feathers and this and that. The funds are a little low, but I don't know if they're doing the fly fishing show in Long Island this year. So screw it. I think I gotta go and see everybody. Do a little networking. Alright, I don't know if this is right. It kind of looks right. I think maybe the other hollow tie is supposed to be closer behind it. Also, I might thin this out a little bit. I guess let's glue it up first. I think I need to go thinner. So we'll glue the eyes on first, and then we'll do the liquid fusion, I suppose. Where's the size eyes I use for these ones? Not the big ones. We almost want to go larger than this, but that's what I'm going to use because the other ones are quite large. I've seen ones that that the eyes were like obnoxiously large. I'm like, those eyes are just going to fall off like instantly though. I don't care what sort of glue you put on there. Let me clean off my bodkin. This is how I clean my bodkin, by the way. You just grip it and spin it. Don't move the pliers at all so you don't damage the bodkin. Alright, well we're gonna glue the whole thing with liquid fusion anyway, so. But I find the E6000 to start is pretty important. I feel like I didn't get a bulky enough head, but at the same time, like you really, like, this thing needs to swim properly. So maybe we're doing it right. We're still getting like that nice profile. Let's try it. Yo, real big guy, what's going on? The pricing on the Asquith 2 or something? Oh, I saw. What is it? I don't know. Was it like the most expensive fly rod or something? Or something like that? Yeah, I don't know, dude. You gotta make something for the guys that have the private jets, you know? $1,650? I'm surprised they're not selling $3,000 fly rods. Yeah, you can get work rims that are more money a piece than that. Come on. Are we surprised they haven't started selling fly rods for that much? Like, how do we get more money out of these guys? I'm sure it's a crazy fly rod. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, there being like an ultra high end, right? Like space age technology stuff. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, I'm gonna glue it before I completely screw up the fly by trimming it. I just wanted to fix that. And I guess we should actually do a slight amount before we glue it, right? Because then it's done. $3,000 one comes with a standard 6-speed. There you go. Nah, the manual one's cheaper. That's how it used to be, at least. I don't know. I think they changed that nowadays. Now you gotta. In the good old days, you used to get it used to be cheaper to get a stick shift. The thing is, I can't tell him this fly is good to go, or if he even if he likes it, I have to go down to the water, cast it, and strip it at Mach 15. And as long as it swims okay, then we're okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, doesn't look fine, but oh, you're definitely sending in that $1,600 fly rod. You're not just buying a new one. You're calling them up, being like, "Hey, I need a warranty on this one, ASAP." But yeah, when you snap a TFO or a Rise or something for like $200, not that big of a deal. I don't know if it is Steve Farrar fiber. Yeah, definitely not Stanley. Tybor is fantastic. I love Tybor, but when I was a kid growing up, those Tybors, and still in my opinion, those the back, with the back is fully machined and closed off. Those are like the best fly reels. I don't know if that's still the case, but they still look fantastic. Like the Riptide was like a 9-10 weight, I think, or whatever. All those different. They had the names for them too. Abel was like the super 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 rich guy, like trout fly reel, or the marlin guy. I mean, yeah, it might not be Steve Farrar fiber. It might be like some other sort of synthetic, honestly. Is if we take a look. I mean, we pretty much did the thing, right? We did the hollow tie. We got the profile. Right? We've done the thing. And we look at the actual fly. This doesn't look like the same material. It's slightly different. It's ever so slightly different. It also honestly kind of looks like they just did like one hollow tie in the front, just with a lot of material. It looks like EP fiber, kinda. It looks like more of like an EP fiber. Or maybe it's kinky fiber or something. It actually kind of looks like EP fiber. What time is it? All right, let's tie one more. We'll tie it with EP fiber. I mean, I think it'll work. This might have a little too much material on it in general, but like I was trying to get the profile. That's why we still probably need to do some final trimming afterwards like this. Like when I'm saying Mach speed, you need to throw this fly and imagine you're the fly and there's a T-Rex behind you and you're running as fast as, like, you have to get this fly going as literally as fast as possible. And so a lot of the times the rooster fish only react to it when it's like that. And they specifically, if the fly is swimming sideways, because if a fly is not perfectly keeled, and if a fly is not made to be fished like that, it's not going to swim right. And apparently they just do not touch it if that's the case. They just refuse to touch it. Congo hair? Yeah, well, Congo hair is pretty much like a knockoff EP fiber. It's very similar. That's from, what's the name of that? Fly Tires Dungeon, which I love, by the way. That's a fantastic website if you're looking for materials at a cheaper price. Because they have, like, Crystal Flash. They don't call it that, but it pretty much is. And it's like you get twice the amount for the same price. It's fantastic. But that stuff is pretty much just EP fiber. Like almost one for... I've bought some before. It's just like a ever so slightly different EP fiber. I don't think that's what... I mean, it could be. But if that's the case, let's try it with some EP, I guess. Oh my god, this is going to be impossible to get that in there. Where was the bag that I used to... White. This must be this one. Put this back real quick. Okay. I have EP fiber. We could try it. I don't know if it is EP fiber, but... it could be. Very well could be. This does the job. It doesn't look like it has lead on the bend. And by the bend, you don't mean the keel, I'm assuming, right? Or the, on the shank itself. You're talking about down here now. There's no lead on there. You could add lead to the hook, but you shouldn't necessarily have to with most of these. Unless, I guess, you are going super bulky, right? Shouldn't put that there. Where can I stick this? We'll stick it over here. All right, let's tie one real quick. Great crab dubbing form. Them. What's going on, Neves? What do you mean by that? What? Oh, what? Oh, the material? Which one's that? The Congo hair? Oh, yeah. If that's what you're talking about. Like, it's very similar. Oh. Big game fiber from Dungeon? For what? You think that's what it possibly is? Oh, God, sorry. I just smacked the mic. Give me a sec. Let's see. White. I should have a tan. Yes, I do. Let's use this. Okay. First things first. Oh, man, I'm going to have to clean up after this. I always make a mess when I stream. All right. Yeah, C4R fiber is amazing. Definitely looks blended. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, but you think it's a blend of, like, different materials? I think it's one material. Because something that you find with, like... especially commercial flies like that, like, these are being tied overseas and stuff. They try to keep it pretty simple. It really does look like one material. Music. Just give me any hackle. We could keep pretty short, I guess. It's a little too webby. That one's okay, though. That's fine. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean all this crap up later. All right. We got that. Little bucktail. Not gonna spend too much time yip yapping. I have not used the big game fiber from Fly Tires Dungeon. I haven't bought from Fly Tires Dungeon in a while, but I've used the Congo hair and I've used the Crystal Flash. That's about it. But I was highly impressed, and I've had a lot of folks tell me about them using their material over the years. So just do this real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Colors, we have tan. I should have tan feathers. Just gonna grab any old feathers. I'm not gonna look for the really good ones. We're just testing out right now, so I don't care if these are too webby. It's fine though. That was like the last of the feathers from that batch. Kind of white, janky, so I'll use them. It could be this is tied more far forward and it's just literally like one EP collar. But I guess we'll do like two. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it is EP. Oh, it seems like it's a blend. It almost looks like it's a blend of EP and C4R fiber. It's weird. I'm not certain. I'm half tempted to mix some EP and C4R fiber. But I don't want to have to do that for all of them commercially. You know what I mean? Let me do a little experiment though. It'd be nice to buy one material, you know, and not have to hand blend every single thing for multiple batches of flies in different colors. You know what I mean? You gotta think about it if you're tying hundreds. Man, this stuff does not want to go back in the bag. It's so annoying. Just leave it there. I'll find a bag for it or something. So if we mix some C4R fiber with EP fiber, then it really does kind of look more like it. So it probably is a different material, and it's just another synthetic that's... Because this really does look much more... This really does look much more like the material. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I had to make my own blends for some of the kinky muddlers, just because I couldn't get enough material in certain colors, so I had to blend stuff together, but... It's probably just a different type of material is what it is. It's not EP and Flash. It looks like a different material altogether. We're going to try some EP with some C4R fiber blend. We shall try it. that'll just confirm our suspicions it's a different type of material. I couldn't find any information on it though. So let's just grab some slinky fiber here, which is virtually the same thing as C4R fiber. Tan C4R fiber, very small amount left somewhere. If not, I could take like a little pink, very little amount of light amount of pink. Here's some tan. I mean, if it's just EP and Slinky, it's not the worst thing in the world if I had to mix that, right? Not the worst thing in the world. Could be worse. It's like mixing two EPs together in the end. Or two Slinkies. But when you have to mix up just like tons and tons and tons of material, you have to do this. But you have to do it in big batches, and you can't just mix infinite amounts in your hand, because then it becomes harder and harder to properly blend it. So you kind of have to grab a giant bunch and split it up into little bunches and do it. But, I mean, it doesn't take that long, in reality. It really does look much more like the material, right? It'd be so much easier, though, if we could just figure out what it was and buy a package of that material. You ever tied with shimmer fringe? No, I don't think so. And I think, should we just do like one tie? No, we should probably do a couple, right? Just keep it pretty sparse though. It kind of looks like it is one tie, but I can't really see it just being one hollow tie or something. Suppose it could be. Never say never. I'm going to find out this weekend what the hell this fly is made out of from somebody at the fly show. I'm just going to walk around. Does anyone know what the hell this thing's made out of? Looks like angel hair, but on a craft fur hide. Interesting. I've not tied with it, no. Definitely don't want to wrap on top of it. Just want to wrap in front. I'm still kind of not convinced that it isn't just one hollow tie, but I'm also seeing flies from different places and stuff. Different. All right. I will say it definitely does look like this sort of blend of material, whatever this would be. It might be, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely much more similar to this sort of texture of material than just slinky fiber. I guess we'll try liquid fusioning first and then EPing or something, or then E6000 in the eyes. EF fibers, yeah, EF fibers, exactly. Hey guys, welcome to my new EF fibers by LI Flies. I'm just like repackaging, mixing the two. Rico Plaguzzi and Steve Farrar show up with baseball bats. Get him! I haven't met Enrico Plaguzzi or Plaguzzi. I don't even. Hopefully, I'm probably butchering his name. Hopefully not myself. But I heard he's got quite a personality and a somewhat cool accent. I'm not gonna try and do the accent because I don't know what he sounds like, but just picture some sort of cool accent. Okay. This kind of looks like it, to be honest with you. It kind of looks a lot more like it, material-wise. Strange though, it almost looks like bucktail, but it's not. That bucktail. Used to go to a shop in Queens. Who's that? Enrico Plaguzzi? Did he have a shop in the city? It's not Steve Farrar, right? Steve Farrar didn't. He's a Jersey dude, I think, or something. I guess we do this first. Then we glue the eyes. You almost need tab eyes for this, honestly. Some have tab eyes, some just have eyes glued on there in the photo. I don't know what they're doing over there with this fly, but it looks pretty good. Looks pretty kind of spot on. Maybe the bucktail code has been cracked. What's that? Oh, this, you mean? Yeah, it's still somewhat different though, right? Definitely somewhat different. Even the way that it swims or manipulated. God, a freaking feather just flew in my eye. Ah, my eye! I like this last song we listened to. This is a banger, dude. Glue these eyes on here. Okay. It's almost 9. Glue these eyes on here. We'll take a look at the Discord and we'll wrap it up. So if you folks got anything in the Discord, any flies you've been tying, let me take a look. Because we won't probably get around till next week. And then I got to clean up here and this and that, yada yada. I don't want to stay up too late tonight either. Try not to, at least. Probably will anyway. Because my sleep schedule is just... I've been getting up relatively early though, but it's just, that means I don't get a lot of sleep. Alright. Let's put some eyes on you. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I heard he's an interesting dude. I've never met him. I've seen him at fly shows and stuff, but I've never like talked to him personally. I usually just leave people be. The only person I've ever gone up to and really said anything to do with Bob Popovich. Rest in peace. Most of the time I just observe from a distance. Jake Vilrox Romer? Yeah, I feel like we should do that. I've never done the E6000 on top of wet liquid fusion, so this is an experiment in itself. I feel like we're supposed to do the eyes first. But let's try it out. And we could do more liquid fusion on top. Hooray! Yeah, we'll probably do the eyes first and then the liquid fusion is the way I would do it, but it doesn't look like it's like that in the Fly. It also looks like it has freaking tab eyes as well, so. But then I've seen photos where it doesn't, so I don't know what the deal is. I mean, that kind of looks like a roosterfish fly to me. I don't know if it's gonna swim right or not. I mean, this really does have a similar amount of material that the EP roosterfish flies I tied would have. You know what I mean? I can always thin it a little bit off this side a little bit. Looks like there might be a little bit more on that side. Okay. Well, I mean, if this swims okay, then, like, I don't see what the freaking difference is between something like this and that, other than maybe the material is slightly different. So as long as this swims okay, then, like, I feel like if he wants a fly like that, I mean, mind you, this definitely, I feel like we would need, if we want a truly, like, wider 3D profile, we do need to go with something tab eyes. Like this one has tab eyes, but if you look at a lot of them, they don't. Well, these ones do. But these are the ones the guy sent me photos of. I don't think these ones do. No, these are just like glued on top. So this is really what we were imitating right here. These are the photos that the guy sent me, essentially. Like, tie this. So that might have tab eyes just tied super close up to the front. But I mean, yeah. It honestly looks like there's one singular hollow tie. It looks like the feathers are tied right here, and then you just tie the material right here and you fold it back. That's the way it looks. Does it not? Because you could see the bend of the hook points right around here. I guess the feathers are, it looks like the feathers are tied right around here, so maybe they are. But it would make sense that the feathers might be around here, and then there's one hollow tie? Maybe there is two. I don't know. But I think this is the closest we've gotten, just mixing some SF and EP. You can see, though, this material, you could see the crinkle, and you could see the width. That's what I look at. I'm looking at the texture of the material to try and determine what it is, right? Like, this really looks like EP right here. Like, this to me, it looks like it just pretty much like EP fiber. Ever so slightly stiffer. This looks a little stiffer than EP fiber, though. This, when I see it, this material, I don't know why, maybe it's just the yellow, it was playing a trick. This looks like a little bit of a crinklier type material. It's definitely not EP fiber. It's definitely not Steve Farrar fiber. It's definitely not the two mixed, so it's got to be a different type of material. Since the name is Nayaka, is it just yak hair and naiad? No, I don't think so. I think it is a synthetic material. I don't think it's natural. This is from the Montana Fly Company, yeah. Oh. Maybe though. Well, these are different. I think. Maybe not, maybe they are. These are like what we were looking at here. Yak is super close. I mean, maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know. I will say though, if it's got to be some annoying ass stuff like if it's not easy for me to get or make or something or blend myself and it's not cheap, then I'm not doing it, right? Because it's like he might as well just buy it from them. The thing is, like, they never have them in stock or whatever, and this and that. It's the same thing with the kinky muddlers and stuff, right? The kinky muddlers, though, I can do, even though they are extremely expensive to tie because the cost of, like, the Steve Farrar fiber and everything. But, all right. Well, interesting. I feel like this will do all right. I mean, it looks pretty freaking close, right? I will say, I think there's like literally only one tie, though, possibly. I will say that. And this probably does need to get thinned out a little if it's going to swim at Mach speed straight up. So you go like this. Thin it out ever so slightly. On different angles as well. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Bear's Den has a really good picture of it. What's that? Of the fly, you mean? Yeah, that's what we were just looking at. That's what we were just looking at. But those also look slightly different. Or that fly looks different than the ones in the photos from the Reds Fly Co. or whatever. Which is I think the original or whatever. But yeah, the Nayaka seems more like this, honestly. Nayaka is more like this. And this is like Icelandic freaking yak or sheep hair or something. It doesn't look like yak. It's too cool. Yeah, yak is much, or like yak, or what's the name of that stuff? The synthetic yak hair like Ian Devlin uses is much thicker or whatever. There's another sand eel. No. We ended up switching over and trying to tie the Nayaka bait fish or something. But this is like Icelandic sheep hair or like Icelandic muskox or yak or something. I forget what this is. But this is what I think this naiad stuff is very similar to, if anything. This is not yak, yeah. I think if you look at the naiad stuff, it looks more like this. It looks more like what Doc said, more like Arctic fox, but longer. You know what I mean? And I think I forgot what this is. This is like Arctic, it's some sort of like big animal. It's not a small animal, this stuff. I remember. This is goat. This is Arctic goat or whatever. Right here. Yeah, I'll ask the dudes at Bear Den, I guess. Anyways. Interesting. Alright, chat. Well, hopefully you enjoyed. We got to tie a little candy fly. We got to experiment with some roosterfish stuff and try and figure out that Nayaka fly. So also I shouldn't probably trim that far close because now I have this freaking gap. So now we got to go up here. Kind of screwed it up a little bit. Yeah, it's got to be a different material. I'll figure out what sort of material it is. I'll do some perusing. I'll do some investigatory work tomorrow. Is that hair super coarse? Which one? The one that I just had in my hands? No, the hair is super soft. If that's what you're asking. If you're referring to what I was just holding, like all that Arctic, most of that Arctic animal for whatever Arctic animals they are, they seem to be, it's generally soft and it's generally very long and like fluffy. But, alright, chat. No worries, Jimmy. We're also not trying to stream super late tonight or super long because we're going to Jersey tomorrow to this fly fishing sale. So, I do need to get up at a reasonable time and drive over to Zeke's. So, we are going to take a look at the Discord, though, and see what everyone's been tying. Yeah, this is where we saw Craggerol stuff. I posted this stuff. By the way, new video, crab fly video. Check it out. Li Flies Mike on YouTube. Go watch it. It's only got 260 views or something. It's like, I don't know how this video didn't get like a normal amount of views, like 500, 600, 700. It's crazy. This one too. This one only got like 300 views. The hybrid hollow. Crazy. I don't know what happened. My channel fell off overnight. It happens. End of the month or winter time. You know, it's a weird time. But it sucks when a video doesn't do good and you're like, damn, man, this one should do good. Oh, I'm going to find Brad Buzzy. Yeah. We got David with a nice looking glow shrimp. Whoa, look at that. He actually hit it with the glow. Very cool. I like it. And, ooh, look at that. What is it? Hexfly. Oh, what is this? A juvenile dragonfly or whatever? Hexagon or whatever they call them. Some sort of crazy. Looks cool, though. I like it. I like it. Are those whole Col de Canard shows? No, Brad is going to be at the New England one. Because it said he's going to be there. I saw something. Yeah. Hexagenia. Ah, okay. That's what it is. All right, chat. The black stuff. I was wondering if it's probably not yak. If it's soft. Yeah. It's not yak for sure. It's like muskox or something. I don't know. It's something massive. I forgot what it was. I bought it years and years and years ago. Back in like the late 90s or something. But all right, chat. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm going to clean up. You folks have an awesome weekend. Thanks for stopping by and watching us tie some flies. We are going to be... I got to get around to do this, but I at least got to do like maybe 2 dozen or so. I'm probably going to tie some surf candies either in more like a version like this on like a big game, I would say, or slim down version like Mickelson style. We'll probably do a couple different styles, but I do want to put some flies for sale online where you guys don't have to reach out to me and this and that. So if people watch videos and stuff and they want to support the channel, you know, or you guys want to buy some flies, you can go and do that and do it with like do it online and not have to reach out and for a private order, you know, because it ends up being a lot for some people. So I would like an easier way for people to get flies to support the channel and stuff. So, or if you want them for fishing, because that is what I do for a living, is tie flies commercially. But that being said, yeah, we will have a new video probably coming out on like Monday or Tuesday, probably like Tuesday or so. I'm gonna give the Li Flies Mike channel a couple of days because I was running hot with these videos, but they weren't getting views, so we gotta let it cool down a little bit. And speaking of which, oh, did I just, what happened to my, okay. Speaking of which, open link in a new window. We are going to go here, crab fly video, get the link, and I'm going to put that in the chat for you folks. If you haven't, go watch the crab fly video, because we put a lot of hard work. Oh, I guess I have to do it in the Twitch chat too. Boo! I got to pull it up on my other monitor, or my other PC. Boo, Twitch. No. Appreciate you folks. Hold on, I'll pull it up here in a sec. But yeah, if you guys are at the fly show tomorrow, then, you know, say hi. And if you're like, Mike, I don't know what you look like, then good. Good luck. All right, you're going to have to figure it out. It shouldn't be hard. Okay, give me a sec. Are you talking about that crab that got snagged on that Hubba Rock? What? No, I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't remember, no. Talking about this crab. Down, out, down, now. Right here. That video right there. New fly time. What did it come out 2 days ago? 2 days ago, the EP crab fly video. Showing off. Where's that fly? Right here. See if you want to see how we tied this thing right here. And how to make your own chenille crab legs so you never need to buy them from EP or anybody again. You can make your own very simply and very easily. And go check it out. All right, chat. Appreciate you folks. Thanks for hanging out. And maybe I'll see some of you folks tomorrow. If not, we'll see you next Friday. New video coming out next week. All right. Thank you so much. And you take it easy, chat. All right. Stay safe. And stay safe in the snow as well. It's going to be snowing like hell over the weekend. So, but take it easy. And we'll see you next week. All right.